What if the secret to becoming rich was never about how much you earn, but about a set of ancient laws quietly passed down through the ages, hidden in plain sight? For generations, the story has remained the same. Across continents, cultures, and centuries, most people find themselves caught in a relentless cycle, working tirelessly, earning just enough to get by, only to watch their money slip away before the next paycheck arrives. Meanwhile, a select few seem to operate by a different set of rules. Their fortunes multiply, their security grows, and their wealth expands year after year. At first glance, it might seem like luck, privilege, or extraordinary talent are at play. But beneath the surface, there's a pattern, one that has quietly shaped the destinies of kings, merchants, and self-made millionaires throughout history. It's a pattern built on timeless wisdom, the 5 laws of gold. These laws aren't about coins or currency. They're principles, behaviors, and mindsets that govern the flow of wealth. They've been passed down in whispered conversations, preserved in ancient texts, and proven over centuries of human experience. Yet, for most people, they remain hidden, overshadowed by myths, misinformation, and the day-to-day demands of life. But once you see them, you can never unsee them. And if you choose to live by them, everything changes. The first law is brutally simple. Gold comes gladly to those who save at least 1/10 of what they earn. It's a law that sounds almost too easy, and that's precisely why it's so often ignored. The secret isn't in the amount, but in the discipline. Every time you receive income, you pay yourself first, setting aside 10% before you pay bills, buy groceries, or spend on entertainment. Over time, this small act of consistency builds a foundation of security and opportunity. It's the invisible force behind every fortune, because those who save have, and those who don't never will. But saving alone isn't enough. The second law takes wealth from static to dynamic. Gold multiplies when invested wisely. The rich understand that money is a worker, and they put it to work every day. Instead of letting cash sit idle, they invest in assets, real estate, businesses, stocks, or ventures that generate returns and grow over time. They harness the power of compound growth, where earnings on investments produce their own earnings, creating a snowball effect that accelerates with each passing year. The poor often see money as something to be spent. The rich see it as something to be planted, nurtured, and harvested. This law explains why fortunes seem to grow effortlessly for some, while others remain stuck. It's not magic, it's multiplication. Wealth, however, isn't just about gaining. It's about not losing. That's the heart of the third law. Gold flees the man who invests it in businesses he does not understand. Every day, people chase hot tips, trendy startups, or complicated schemes they barely comprehend, only to watch their savings vanish. The rich do the opposite. They invest only in what they know, or take the time to learn before risking their capital. They ask questions, study the details, and evaluate the risks. Because they know that the fastest way to lose wealth is to leap before looking. This law is a shield against the siren call of easy money and reckless speculation. The fourth law is about guidance. Gold clings to the cautious and informed. No one achieves lasting wealth alone. The poor often make financial decisions in isolation, relying on guesswork or hearsay. The rich seek out mentors, advisors, and networks of experience. They listen to those who've already walked the path, learning from their mistakes and successes. They value wisdom over ego and patience over pride. This law is the reason why wealthy families pass down not just money, but knowledge. It's the difference between stumbling in the dark and walking a well-lit path. With the right guidance, financial pitfalls become stepping stones. Finally, the fifth law is perhaps the most important and the most violated. Gold slips away from the man who chases unrealistic returns and get-rich-quick schemes. The world is full of promises, overnight riches, miracle investments, shortcuts to success. But true wealth is never built overnight. It's the product of steady, patient effort, guided by sound principles. Those who ignore this law fall prey to scams, bubbles, and their own impatience. They lose not just their money, but their hope. The rich, on the other hand, resist the allure of shortcuts. They understand that the slow, steady path is the surest and the safest. These 5 laws of gold are more than financial advice. They're a philosophy, a way of thinking that transcends time and place. While schools teach algebra and history, few ever teach the real rules of money. That's why the cycle continues. Generation after generation, the wealthy quietly pass these laws to their children, while the rest unknowingly violate them. But the truth is, anyone can learn them. Anyone can apply them. They require no special education, no connections, no starting fortune. Only discipline, patience, and the willingness to see the world differently. If you feel stuck financially, it's not a personal failure. It's the result of missing knowledge, the kind that was never taught in classrooms or discussed at dinner tables. But once you grasp these laws, you can begin to change your circumstances. Saving even a small portion of your income, investing with wisdom, protecting your assets, seeking guidance, and avoiding risky shortcuts, these actions, repeated over time, have the power to transform your financial future. Wealth doesn't come to the smartest or the luckiest. It comes to those who follow the right laws, with consistency and courage. Most people will never know these principles. Fewer still will put them into practice. But for those who do, the rewards are not just financial. They're the freedom, security, and peace of mind that come from knowing you're building a legacy, not just surviving. So ask yourself, will you keep repeating the same patterns, hoping for a different outcome? Or will you choose to step off the treadmill, embrace the 5 laws of gold, and write a new story for yourself and for those who come after you? The choice and the opportunity is yours. The laws are waiting. Will you follow them?